1 minute baking in the oven. And we'll just let everything kind of catch up here. So, per tradition, I'm going to be doing the sharing, and I'm going to let Tom take the wheel.
It's a minute to win it, folks. We're back. Actually, it's tough, right? Because we have been absent for the last 2 weeks. A comic book look has, John. You saw him at the Rainbow Show earlier, and if you went and got comics at Rainbow, you might have, wink, wink, seen a new guy there behind the counter. But so it's definitely, maybe you've seen John, but you haven't seen me. I've been away, but I'm very, very excited to get back. I want to thank John for putting up with me, and all my changes and all this other stuff that happened. I changed times and then I canceled on him, and I feel really bad. So I want to apologize to you, John. And I'll tell you what, my family, I canceled on John to go to the Sioux Empire Fair, and I'll tell you what, folks, not really worth it.
Really?
I mean, it was okay, but it's just, a real gross, dirty, time. And, I don't know, man. So anyway, but, the kids were excited to get out of the house and go do something. So whatever.
Heck yeah.
But, it's back to it. I made my way to, for Comic Book Sabbath to Rainbow Comics today. I picked up my comics. So God dang, John, I have to say, I bought my comics from you.
I know. That was crazy. It's so crazy being on that side of the counter with several people. And we will definitely get more into that. But before we set sail, we got to open this puppy up. The sun is rising. We got people joining. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. So without further ado, the best drum roll a glass desk can manufacture. Okay. Hey, everybody, it's a comic book look. It's your boy, John on Demand. If I'm at Rainbow, you'll often hear me referred to as Johnny 5. And of course, you guys joined by co-CEO Tom Devine. There can only be one. Okay, I thought you were saying, wait a minute. Okay.
No, there's only one, John. There's only one.
We are Comic Book Look, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics, you guys. And Tom is definitely out surviving the wilderness right now. But it is new Comic Book Wednesday, Comic Book Sabbath. We are on the 18th of August. First of all, Tom, this year is blowing by. It's flying by. We hit our 10-year mark. I don't know what else happened this year, really, for our show. We had a ton of awesome guests. That 10-year show was so cool, though, just that sense of community and everything, which we'll get more into coming up here. But like Tom was saying, very good to see you, Tom, at the counter today. And one thing I wanted to lift up that is super cool about my new job at Rainbow is the people, the customers, right? And so I have had a chance to see Mark Wagner. Zeke was in the building. And I was just like, yeah. I have gotten to see you. Mr. Sergeant America snuck on in, and I looked over. I'm like, is that Mike? Yeah, it is. So it's been a lot of fun just to get to see faces and meet new people too. I have been getting to know so many customers, and it's so fun just to hear what they're reading and why. So as we're ringing up, I ask people, what do you think of this issue? What do you think of that issue? Because for me, it helps me keep in tune with like what's hot, and why.
Yeah, that's so cool, John. You have your finger on the pulse now, because you can literally see like what people are picking up, what books all throughout Wednesday, Thursday, all throughout the entire week. So yeah, that's so dope, dude. I mean, I can't believe you work at my favorite place in the world. It's extremely, extremely dope.
Heck yeah. We got a comment already. Mr. James from YouTube. Good evening, handsome gentlemen. Welcome back, Tom. Thank you, James, and good to see you. Thank you for tuning in this evening. But yes, it has been just so rewarding. And the other thing is that I have been just getting my learn on a lot with things that I'm not familiar with. And you guys know I am not a sports guy, right? But I will say that every single customer that I have gotten to work with on sports cards has been so fun. It has been a learning curve. I'm very open, and I say I am a comics guy, but if you tell me what cards you want, I'm going to find them for you, and let's do this. To open a couple of cases today and shell out some rare cards to customers. And the number one rule that we do at the shop, whenever we're buying those expensive boxes or packs or whatever, I have them pick which one it is, because I don't want to get into trouble. And so that's kind of fun too, just to see if when they open it in store, are you going to pull something awesome or not? And so, while I'm personally not familiar with sports, I love the energy surrounding that. James is also commenting that he likes the Alpha Flight shirt. James, look at that team.
So
looking
sick,
good.
John. So sick, dude. Upper echelon T-shirt right there. It's so cool, man.
Completely. It's a good day. And I actually had a customer say, I am a big Alpha Flight fan. And I was like, yes. So I am not alone in the Arctic tundra of South Dakota, which we.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, I love puck. I'm a puck guy, so I like Alpha Flight.
Heck yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I have just got a smorgasbord of books to talk about. But circling back really quick to Free Comic Book Day, did you pick up your reads?
What was that?
Free Comic Book Day.
Free. What? This week was Free Comic Book Day.
That's right.
Oh my God, John! You're gonna nonchalantly throw that out. I was so stoked, dude. New Comic Book Day. Free Comic Book Day, all in 1 week. It's the double dose. Yes. I didn't get this. So busy. I had a stupid work event on Saturday that I didn't make it to the shop on Saturday.
Gotcha.
Made it on Sunday morning, though. And, of course, Rainbow still carrying those deals all throughout. Still had plenty of free comic books for me to pick up. So I got a huge stack, man. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about our free comic book days before we get into New Comic Book Day.
Okay. All right. We can do that. All right. Well, with that, if you want to go first, I suspect we might have some of the same. So.
Yes, I'm sure we do. I only grabbed a few, the ones that were pertinent to what I was reading. Yeah. So, and all my kids didn't come with. But the thing about Free Comic Book Day in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where we're at, is it happens at Rainbow Comics, and they do a huge sale. So they have 50% off back issues. So this is my haul, my full haul. It was, I got a nice stack. I'm going to start with my free ones. The one that I'm really excited about, I'll do the two that I was really excited about, is Red Room, which they're doing an original story with, which is so cool. I'm loving this book anyway. It's super disturbing. And then Stray Dogs, which they're doing and its own story here too, which has been this huge hit. And, number ones are everybody's trying to sell them and slab them right now. And it's this big deal. So I'm excited to read those two books. And it was just fun to see all the books that were available for Comic Book Day.
Wasn't it a delightful smorgasbord of books? Oh, yeah. The Stray Dogs definitely caught my eye right away. There's been a lot of buzz at the shop just about the variants, and people that didn't get into the series originally were like, oh man, I'm so glad you have these. And so people have just been checking it out. And we got creator coming to SuperCon, I believe, right?
That's right, Tony.
Which is awesome. So definitely if you're in the 60 Fizzle area, or if you're not, catch a flight, get out here and get those books signed. That's right.
Exactly.
So yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm going to take that one out of my list. On my side of the house, dude, we got, I bit this earlier. Is it Vox Machina or Machina? How do you?
Vox Machina. I don't know.
Machina. That sounds cooler. We're going to go with that. So I picked that one up. Taking me back to my childhood, R.L. Stine.
Yeah.
And get the goosebumps up in there. Honestly, I got a variety of them. Bountiful Garden was one that really jumped out to me. I wanted to just try it out. It just looked a little different, and I just wanted to try something new.
Yeah. Along those lines, I wanted to try something new. I did the Tales of a Grown-Up Nothing. So I was like, oh, yeah, the fun girl. She's riding a skateboard. Yeah, it sounds, it looks indie. It looks right up my alley. Why the hell not, right?
Yeah. I did get Stranger Things, of course.
Of course.
So had to get that nod on there. That was kind of fun. From the same box you got yours, I did get the Enter the House of Slaughter. I actually started this one and then got distracted at home, so I have to get some more reading done tomorrow morning as well. I still got books from last week and this, and now I got this week. So yeah, got a lot of work.
I'm excited for this one. Something is Killing the Children. I've been reading it on Hoopla. I actually missed it in single series, but then this had the same cover, and then it said at the top it ties into it. So yeah, I'm still excited to see it. It's a cool world. And then I did get The Boys Hero Gasm as well.
Oh gosh, that one was so nuts. I just read that one.
I haven't read it yet. Yes, I can't wait to read it.
It was nuts. because I'm such a vampire, I got Vampire the Masquerade
Yeah.
free comic book edition. So you know me, Dracula life now, sleeping until 9 a.m. and going to work. So, but yeah, I honestly I got a variety of them here. King Shark would be the other notable one, just because I love the character from Suicide Squad the movie. So looking forward to that. You know, and the usuals, the Spider-Man Venom was good.
Yeah,
The
shotgun them
Avengers.
up. I want to see the covers, man. Shotgun those ones up. I mean, you work at a shop now. Let's see all the goddamn free comic books that you got.
We got The Boys, like you were talking about, Star Wars. This one was really cool.
Oh, cool.
Star
Yeah,
Wars,
that looks
The High
cool.
Republic, Edge of Balance. Batman #1 was really cool. So this blends right in with where we're at right now.
Oh, nice.
And I love a good supplemental story that relates to what we're doing right now.
I know
And
you do. I know
I geeked out at that. Spider-Man Venom. You know, I was talking to Gabe Nightshield at the register today, and he was like, "Yeah, I picked up my Spider-Man book," and I said, "Oh, you mean the Venom book, right? Featuring Spider-Man." He's like, "Shut up, John." So, and then Avengers has a really interesting event kicking off, where there are just some dark heroes on the horizon. So could be kind of fun. It's like pulling a lot of baddies from multiple universes. So I'm twisted on this one because you know I love bad guys, but you know I hate alternate realities if we can avoid it. Hate. So I'm hoping it's good. Speaking of which, I don't have those issues immediately, but John Nordstrom from the shop was awesome and recommended I pick up the Avengers Tech, whatever, where they're in armor, because the latest issues, I want to say 4 and 5 or 5 and 6, talk more about this team of dark heroes that they're building. Like Kang's putting together his own Avengers, and I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Damn, dude. Dark Avengers 2 coming at you.
Boom. Not the original legit ones, but we'll see if Kang can do the correct casting call. We'll figure it out.
Oh, man.
So yeah, just kind of a variety of books, but man, I'm excited to jump into some of these new ones here, the kind of the stars of the show of the week, and I bet we got some similar picks too.
Totally, exactly, man. I do want to say what I got on the back issue half off is I went and I picked up all of these Skybound books. You know, they're like they're like bounded together. They're an anthology. There's even like a Walking Dead story in it right now. That's weird. But you know, it's like I got one. I missed one. I started on the third one. They're not that expensive. They're only $5. So it's even like a huge book for only $5. So then it was free comic book day. I wanted to get them all. So it's like I got all 4 of these and then picked them up for really cheap. It was so nice. So these Skybound books, you know, that's Kirkman's imprint at Image, and so I'm excited to go through all of these. They feel nice. They feel good in your hand. I think it's totally a sick deal that I got from Rainbow.
That's awesome. Very good. My sale pickups are not with me because they're in a box. But I went hard on X-Men Red, Blue, and Gold, like everything they had that I didn't, basically.
Nice.
So it was a pretty nice stack. Just it's quite a few issues, but you know, with the X-Men Blue, the positive there is that Bloodstorm, the vampiric version of Storm, makes an appearance and comes in for whatever reason, and I hopefully got the issues to figure out why that happened. So I'm looking forward to reading that because I love that Mutant X run from the 90s, which I just said I hate alternate realities, so that makes me a liar, I guess, but it was a really fun story.
Most alternate realities.
Most, with an asterisk. There you go. But yeah. So that was my sale pickup. I just kind of checked out some of those back issues to see.
Oh yeah, man. All right. Well, so what'd you pick up this week? It's New Comic Book Day. Let's start it out, Johnny boy.
Comic Book Day. Well, I'm just going to go in order of my stack. So you guys, a couple of weeks ago, I crushed this monstrosity. All right. So this was so much fun. I had not read the floppies. Tom was all over it and was telling me for years, you need to check the series out. It's awesome. And I'm like, it's not Marvel. My name's John. So I'm so glad that I finally had a chance to both listen to Tom and also check out, because of Tom, check out the Netflix series, which was fantastic. That led me to get the Compendium. So I read through all of this. Had a couple of appointments at the car dealership to get my car fixed, and I just said, I'm good to wait. I'll drink a crappy coffee and, you know, read my Compendium. I'm good. And so that was a lot of fun. But this week we had a little supplement come out of Sweet Tooth: The Return. So I picked that little copy up there too, and I'm excited to dig into this. We'll see.
Cool, man. You got the full circle now. You're only, I mean, finishing the Sweet Tooth is pretty cool, man. You know, full Vertigo original series I'm a big fan of, so I'm glad to see you got into it and started reading it, man.
We got a little comment sneaked in here. Mr. Aaron Evans. I went nuts on the 50% sale at my LCS on Free Comic Book Day. Lots of Star Wars and the Boys comics. Oh, yeah. Very cool, Aaron. And honestly, I know that the numbers might look the same in terms of 50%, but if you move to South Dakota, it's that much better. So I'm just going to put that out there. Please come on down. We'd love to have you.
Oh, that's funny, man. That's good stuff. He's a good salesman, guys.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, I'll tell you one thing that was cool this week is my favorite book is back. So we got Lazarus Risen. I love Greg Rucka. Thank God it's been back. It hasn't come out since like October of 2020, the last time it came out. I've been waiting. I'm going to read it immediately after the show tonight. I'm so stoked to get into this. But yeah, Lazarus Risen. So Greg Rucka, thank you for bringing it back. Please don't make us wait so long next time.
Oh, man. James coming in here. So you read the Sweet Tooth Compendium. What did you think? I loved it from start to finish. It was fun. Now, in compendium form, some of the issues, you have to flip the book, and that's really awkward to do with a compendium where, you know, the pages are like horizontal instead. And that format maybe wasn't my favorite, but that's okay. I got through it, and it was interesting. But all in all, great presentation, great story, and I'm so glad I got to binge it because it was so good. So yeah, looking forward to more of the series on the Netflix too.
You know, I would say, John, isn't one of the cool parts about Sweet Tooth how, like, Jeopard, you keep on thinking he's going to do something that makes you like him, and he has his hero moment, but he continues to make decisions that make you like hate him, but then you just like him enough. Then he'll just like he'll do enough to allow you to want to move with him. But that is, I think, what Jeff Lemire does so good at that book is like subverting all the expectations of what you think storytelling is going to do, and then slowly, methodically lay out this kind of melancholy story of, you know, what's happening in between with this little kid, this world, and, you know, Jeopard being his protector, who's, you know, damn near suicidal. You know, so it's so good. I love that you read it, and
I just, you know, it's one of those things, Tom, where it's like you were telling me for years, and I'm like, man, John, what were you doing with your life? You know?
You miss them all the time, right? I mean, you can't read every book. That's how it goes. So
yeah. But no, very, very excited about that.
Yeah.
So, is it my turn?
It's your turn.
All right. How are we doing on books, Tom?
I got 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. I'm going to bundle my X-Men train together just because they're next. X-Men train, you guys, all aboard. Oh, I might need one more. There we go. 4 books came out this week, so a little normal peppering from Krakoa Forecast. Way of X number 5. We got Onslaught from the 90s event. I am so excited to see what happens here. Nightcrawler getting dragged by his foot. So definitely curious to see how that goes. And on top of that, Magneto, the trial of Magneto, who killed Wanda. So we'll see how that all turns out. We got X-Corp. And this series has been actually a little different from the other ones, and I'm kind of all about it. The business side, but I went with a fun variant cover there just because I get
that's cool.
And then Marauders issue 23. So kind of love the coloring on that. Got some greens and some oranges.
Oh, yeah, that's dope.
I have loved this series from start to finish. So ultimately, it still continues to delight. And several of the customers had, you know, similar pickups too, or they're, you know, picking some of them up or all of them. So, and some of the variants that come with it too. Magneto, the Trial of Magneto had a lot of variants come out with it. So I just went with cover A.
Yeah. Well, dope, man. I mean, that's a huge X-Men pull. I can't believe that many X-Men books come out in 1 week. You know, it's just like
I got to take out a second mortgage. I'll have to talk to Ken about that.
That's funny. My next book is Bermuda 2. I was on the fence of staying with this, but I love Layman. I mean, John Layman, he writes Chew. He's doing the new Chew book. And I'm always on board on that. And I'm really enjoying it. This one is more fantasy, fun, maybe a little young adult. Nick Bradshaw on art. I do like him. I enjoy his art as well. So, I'm still on board. I'll probably write out the arc, but yeah, it's tough because it's a $4.99 book, and just regular amount of pages. I feel like, and it's nothing. I don't know why it has to be. Our regular comic books have to be $4.99. I'm just not a fan of that. So, yeah. But I am still sticking with it. So that's what Bermuda, number 2.
Heck yeah. Well, speaking of Bermuda, but not really. I'm just trying to make. But speaking of my awesome T-shirt, let's talk about Gamma Flight number 3. Again, just a delightful marrying of people that you never thought you'd see together in a comic book. But Puck keeps the craziest company ever, Absorbing Man. So it's straight from the pages, truthfully, of Immortal Hulk. But it's been a lot of fun. It's not going to be a forever book. Certainly, but glad that I'm checking it out. Is it as strong as Alpha Flight? Absolutely not. Nothing comes close to the core team, but it is kind of fun to see the nod and the blending of Alpha Flight and Immortal Hulk. So.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
I got this new book from Boom Studios. It's a new number 1, Eat the Rich. I got this cool variant cover. It definitely popped at me, this green. But yeah, it looked like there was 3 or 4 covers that were coming out. It was a new one. Looked dope. It's by Sarah Gailey and Pius Bach and Roman Titov. And I don't know any of those creators, but hey, interesting cover. Boom's on a roll. It's a number 1. I'm going to check it out. I'll give you the first issue and see if it's any good.
Dude, heck yeah. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how that one does. It was pretty popular today at the register. So.
Oh, was it? Cool.
All right, you guys. Uh-oh. I might have gotten the wrong cover.
No.
I got the Power Rangers number 10. I got the one with the alternate numbering that we were talking about, and I didn't mean to. Whoops. Power Rangers number 10, though, fun series. I mean, this is the offerings from both lines that are coming out right now. While I'm annoyed that there's 2 lines, it's okay because both stories are amazing and they're completely different. And it really, again, it just takes that childhood show that I grew up on and just makes it that much more sweet. So thankful for my time spent in front of the tube in 4th grade, or earlier, probably 3rd grade too. But
I remember it, man. I mean, and it's Eisner Award nominated series, Power Rangers, right? I mean, remember that the cover artist is nominated for the best cover art in all of comics. So and I don't know one other person who's reading that book, but John is always reading it. So he knows something that all of us don't know, so nice work, Johnny boy.
Get on the train. Get on the train.
The next one I have here, Second Chances, black and white, new number 1 from Image, opens up directly into the story. We don't even get the creators at the beginning. So I don't know who these people are or anything about it. But hey, man, new black and white from Image. I'm going to take a chance on it.
Oh, heck yeah. Well, taking chances we are. Nocterra, issue number 6, rocking out with Scott Snyder. Still loving this book. Art's on point, story's on point, and it just gives me a chance to kind of unplug a little bit, from the superhero life and just talk about more sci-fi, more mystical, more fantasy. And so it's fun. It's fun. The characters are rich. The art's rich. I'm here for it. So love you, Scott Snyder. You come on our show whenever you want.
Yeah, come on, Scott.
I think we can fit you in. All right.
My next one is Truth and Justice, number 7. I don't even know what this book is. I mean, who is normally on this book? I'm not sure what it normally is, but I'm a Zatanna guy. I love Zatanna. This Zatanna cover caught my eye, and I was like, yeah, I'll just scoop it up just for the cover, something I don't normally do. I'll give it a read. If Zatanna's in the arc, if this is a Zatanna book that Zatanna's in every issue, well, then that's my fault. I'll go back and just get them all because I do just read Zatanna books. So, we'll see what's happening here.
Could be a thing.
Yeah.
On the galactic front, you guys, we got Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures, issue number 7. Loving the High Republic offerings as always. So, of course, looking forward to tearing in it and doing the thing. So.
Oh yeah. I got 2 left here. My one is Killer Queens, putting the sass in Assassination. Looks like we're gonna get,
the same cover.
Yes. Were there 2 covers too?
There were three.
There were three. Okay, yeah, man. I mean, that's the with as we get older in age, me and John, they always say once like a couple starts to look alike after a lot of time. Well, me and John, we're starting to think a little bit more alike, getting that same cover. But yeah, looks like we got a gay centric assassination book from Dark Horse. Sure, why the hell not? I'm freaking on board, man.
Oh my gosh, it was funny. So a customer got all three, and I was talking to him, Shane, and just so great to visit with. He just was like, yeah, this is what it's about, and he showed me the synopsis, and I said, why am I not getting that? And how in the heck did I miss this? So I just went over right after he was done, and I was like, you're a bad influence. And I went and got my own copy. So yeah, I'm excited, man. It'll be fun.
Yep.
Up next, we got Sinister War #3, and I am loving these variant covers. I've gotten them for issues 1 and 2 as well, but just it's so fun, just so simple and so cute, and I'm here for it. So
yeah, I mean, it's like almost Art Deco vibe or something like that. I mean, that looks really cool, man.
So and the book itself is a riot, you guys. Like, here's one team of 6 Spider-Man villains. Oh, here's another one, and then there's 3, and it's just like, what the heck? Like, they're pulling everybody out. Like, this book is not playing around. It is after my heart. Villain overload, and I'm okay with it. I'm here for it. So
I love it.
I want to give Craven a hug and pet his furry vest.
Yes.
And thank you for being here, Craven. Thank you, Mysterio. Yes.
That's great.
I'm really random, but I'm
that's perfect, right? Sinister 6. That's what it should be.
Exactly.
The last book I got here, John Nordstrom recommendation. So he was like, yeah, check it out. It's a one shot, oversized from Aftershock. So I was like, yeah, I enjoy one shots. Peter Milligan, he's written some great stuff, Swamp Thing and different Vertigo books. So yeah, the art looked absolutely great. I was ready to check it out. It's by Peter Kowalski. So we'll see what's happening. God Tremors, one shot from Aftershock. I love getting stuff that's out of the normal size sometimes.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's hard to find a place to put it. You got to figure out a place on your shelf, but I kind of like that too.
Well, on the Loki front, you guys, our friend Kang the Conqueror dropped a solo title, and I went with that Scotty Young cutie patootie, and I'm really excited to read this. I have absolutely no idea what I'm getting into, but as always, I'm rooting for the bad guys, and as you can see behind me, I love the cosmic, so I'm here for it. I'm freaking stoked. So that was my last book that I picked up. I do have 2 more that came up that are super delightful random. So when you're working at the shop, sometimes we have to process like collections that we buy.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're doing that, sometimes you just get exposed to things that you didn't know maybe existed, or maybe that you just don't have, that involve characters that you love, like little one-shots or little cameos. And I fell in love with a couple here. So I set aside a couple of issues and was like, John, how much are these? Because I really want them. And so he gave me a price. I slapped the label in there and I bought it. So the Avengers Issue 12, hanging out with the Thunderbolts team. So freaking excited. I am all about those additional adventures with team members. So I am so stoked about that.
Nice.
And it is a double-sized anniversary issue. And there's also a Captain America annual starring Citizen V from the Thunderbolts.
Ooh, Thunderbolts.
So both of those, very excited about those finds. And that excites me because I'm like, hey, if you have any more collections, just let me do it. I'm happy to. I mean, I literally was like debagging and deboarding. Like, I did 2 short boxes, a long box, and I'm almost done with another long box. So there was a lot of Captain America, Evil Ernie, Dragon.
Why do you have to deboard them and bag them? Why can you?
Because the bags were actually like really in bad shape, and so we just redo it at that point. Yep. Because then we want to get them out, and so it's really cool to like see that part of the process, and it just gets me exposed to all this literature that I otherwise wouldn't have. Because I didn't read Captain America or Savage Dragon or any of that stuff. So it's cool.
That's so cool, man.
Good learning opportunity for me. So I love stuff like that, So, John Nordstrom refers to it sometimes as grunt work, and I'm like, man, you're just teaching me, man. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Yeah, he's so great.
Grunt work at some places is, like cleaning 100 toilets in a day. Grunt work at your job is opening 3 long boxes worth of comics. I mean, it's pretty friggin' sweet, man.
So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, it's been a great couple of days at the shop, and thank you again. I still have your awesome congrats note here. And it's just been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of learning. I just got to sink my teeth into sports cards, and Magic cards are the two that I really want to learn. Pokemon cards I'm okay with because I used to collect, and comic books I'm fine. I can get into trouble there. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's been really fun. The customers are the highlight for me, though, to be honest with you. It's just getting to meet all these cool people in our community and everything. So looking forward to more of that, and I get to do that every day. So
I love it. Yeah. It would be so interesting to see all the people in Sioux Falls that buy Wednesday comics. I mean, that's so interesting. You get to see every single person in our community that comes in on Wednesday and buys new comics. I mean, yeah, it's awesome, dude. It's just so awesome.
It's really fun. So yeah, that's it though, man. Just kind
of it, man. That's it.
Stuff. But with that, we will definitely plan on next week, or if something comes up, we'll continue to be flexible with that. You guys, when you hit 10 years, you just kind of get to that point where it's okay to take some time off, because we were definitely going steady Freddy for a little bit there, dishing those pizzas out every week. But no, we enjoy doing the show. We don't plan on stopping it. And it's such a cool community to be a part of. And me working at the shop now, which we didn't see coming until a couple of weeks ago, is just such a welcome addition too. So
dope.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts, Tom, from your side of the world?
Not at all, man. It's good to be back together with you. Good to hang out. All you people with your comics, keep reading, checking out new people. Follow the creators you like. Follow the characters you like. Love comics, man.
That's what it is. All right. Well, we're going to shut it down here, you guys. We are Comic Book Look, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics. If you're in Sioux Falls, stop by and say howdy to me and the team at 42nd in Minnesota. If you're in Lincoln, Nebraska, we got a site there as well to help you out with your comic book needs. We are @John on Demand on Twitter, @TomStewDivine, or collectively @A Comic Book Look. And if you guys do have any questions or any feedback on any of the issues we talked about, throw it in the comments. We'd love to have a conversation with you. If you're on Facebook and you're seeing this on YouTube and want to join our Facebook group, join our group and continue that conversation. We would love to have you. So, you scrolling?
Just Tom Stew Divine, guys. Come check out all the comics I read.
Tom crushed it, you guys. Tom is so active on social. It's amazing. But thank you guys again for the continued support with our show. We love interacting with you guys, and we appreciate all of you for continuing to tune in and check us out. And we'll be back with you soon to talk about some more books. And of course, you guys, you know the drill as always. We're going to keep it comics for sure, man. Boom.